Hey guys, got another pen video here for you. And last video I did not do a mystery pen. And there was a couple reasons for that. Number one, I didn't think the pen would be very much of a mystery. But today's video is not just about the two pens that you see in front of you per se. There's also some additions to the video as well, and I'll show those to you. So before we get started, or before we get into anything, for some of you that do not know, the pen that you see in front of you is the Jinhao 992. Now, I've got some nibs that I've been wanting to try out on this pen that I ordered, and I will show those here in just a moment. We're going to be doing some dry switches on these pens, so I've got 4 different nibs that I want to try, and they're all stub nibs, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have not even written with them yet, so hopefully this goes well. Now real quick, the pen itself, we'll do a quick kind of overview of the pen. This is a rather inexpensive pen, another, as you can tell, transparent pen. These pens you can typically find for a couple bucks. I would say you can get them for less than $5 easily. Another really good consistent writer. It takes one of those Jinhao standard number 5 size nibs. They're fine nib. So it's not a number 6 nib, it is a number 5 nib, just FYI, that are inside of these pens. But just a very basic cigar shaped design. You know, kind of a classic, elegant design, which a lot of people really like. You know, clip, very stiff, but functional. I do like the fact that on the body of the pen is completely transparent, including the cap liner. While yes, it is a little bit iced out, it definitely is transparent. You'll notice you've got a really wide cap band down here. You know, very reminiscent of several Jinhao models. You know, I'll give you an example here. Again, here's an 886, you know, have a lot of wide cap bands on their pens. Is a twist off cap. It takes about a little over about 1 1/4 turn to get the cap off. It reveals that section. Now, there's not really much of a step down. There are a lot of threads here. Not very sharp by any means whatsoever. Very, very slightest step down. The section tapers just a little bit, and then you see it flares back out, and you have that lip at the end. Now in this pen here, it's just got right now the standard Jinhao fine nib. I have not swapped this nib out yet in this pen. The barrel here, just kind of that cigar shaped barrel, kind of flares back down or cones out here. And then you'll notice that it has this little kind of cylinder into it right here. Almost kind of reminiscent of like a jewel, so to speak. So I'll kind of give you guys an idea of what that looks like. Now you may say, can you eyedropper this pen? I don't know if I would trust this pen to be eyedroppered. There is a little O-ring right here at the end. The threads aren't bad. I just don't know if you would have any leakage back here. I haven't done any research. This may be a pen that you can easily eyedropper, but the video is not so much just about this pen. Standard international converter like you get with all Jinhao. It's got their branding on their converter. Nothing super special there. It does the job. I don't mind Jinhao converters. I've only had a couple issues with a couple of converters, and other than that, I've never really had any issues. But really, it's the pen. Not anything super special. Very classic design, transparent pen. Oh, I failed to mention about the feed. It's just got that standard Jinhao feed. It does the job, works very well. Not a clear feed or a transparent feed, but it does work and it does the job. So no complaints there from me. Now the nibs. That's what probably most of you are really waiting for. So I'm going to bring in 3 nibs real quick and I'll zoom up on them. So here you can kind of see them. So we've got a 1.9 right here, 1.9 stub. I've got a 2.5 and a 2.9. It'd help if I could get them in the right order. So 2.5, 2.9, and then I've already got a stub in this pen. I just inked it up. This should be our 1.5 here. So I got these from Bobby Pens on eBay. If any of you are very familiar with Chris Rapp's videos, I've mentioned him 100 times. You know that that's someone that he gets a lot of his pens from, especially his Chinese pens. And I thought these nibs would be really cool to try out. I'd seen them on eBay several times. I saw them. I always look at a lot of the stuff that Bobby offers, and I thought, these would be kind of neat. And I just kept overlooking them. I thought one day, oh, I'll get them. I didn't pay much for these. It was like $7, free shipping. It took a couple weeks to get here. I just got them actually today, and was really excited to try them out. They came in a very well packaged, plenty of bubble wrap wrapped around them, no issues whatsoever, and I'm excited to try out these nibs. So I'm going to set these guys aside right here, and then we're going to just jump into a writing sample. I'll be back in just a moment. All right, guys, I am back. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here. So we have got a Jinhao. $992. And this is the 1.5 stub. It's smooth. I mean, the line variation is just crazy. So, you know, here we've got some cross strokes. Here we've got down strokes. I mean, look at that line variation. You know, just very, very nice line, just natural line variation. Puts down a nice patch of ink as well. You know, very, very wet. You can kind of see that grind on that nib. It's very nice grind. The ink that I'm using is diamine green black. It's ink I haven't used in a while. I thought it'd be nice to use this ink. So I really like this. This is the 1.5 stub. Again, you know, just really, really cool. Really cool. All right, I'm going to do this off camera. I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to switch out to the 1.9. All right, so I'm back, guys. Now this is the 1.9 stub. So real quick, I'm going to write it right underneath so you kind of see the differences. 1.9. That's crazy. That is just crazy. I mean, these would be, I mean, just to do some italic styled writing, or, you know, I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to this writing, but these are just really cool nibs. I mean, you know, see kind of that cross stroke, there's your downstroke. I mean, just crazy line variation. This is Newler's Heart of Darkness. Just crazy. So again, kind of show you real quick. There's that one, and we'll bring that 1.5 back in. So definitely some differences there. So I'm going to do next, I'm going to bring in the 2.5 next, and we'll check that one out next. Just to show you guys real quick already the ink on my fingers from doing all these nib swaps. You may say, well, pens aren't that expensive. Why wouldn't you buy more pens? I was clearly underprepared for this. Okay, so this one is the 2.5. Wow. So we got the 2.5 stub now. That is just crazy. That's a crazy amount of ink too that it lays down. Just nuts. I mean, look, you can see it right there compared to those guys over there. Just crazy. These are really, you know, for just relatively inexpensive nibs. I mean, these are awesome. You know, these are some cool nibs to definitely play around with and just, you know, have some fun with. I'm very, very impressed so far. So again, this one is the 2.5, as you can see. I'll kind of show you that grind there. Very, very nice. Very, very impressed, especially for the price of the nibs. All right. So I am now going to do the 2.9. We'll do that one next. All right, we're back. We've got now the 2.9. I mean, look at that. That's just crazy. Look at that. And we'll compare it to that 2.5. Just crazy. So this is the 2.9. That is so cool. So this is the 2.9 stub, as I've said about 100 times now. I'm sorry guys, this is really cool. I mean, for, you know, again, how much I paid for these nibs. You know, if they're still on there, if you guys are interested, I mean, I want to go buy more of these 992s. Now, I know I've got some 886s, but I've already got one 886 that has a stub in it, or a cursive italic. This is just really cool. Really, really cool. Gosh, I mean, look at that. To be some cool nibs to do like, you know, Christmas cards with, you know, some just really neat, interesting writing. It's making me want to go educate myself even more. These are some really fun nibs to just play around with, especially, you know, just with how inexpensive they are. And I think they're really cool in these pens as well. You know, I don't honestly, I don't really use these pens very much. I can probably count on one hand how many times I've used these two pens, and they probably now are going to get used a lot more because these nibs are really fun, and I'm probably going to buy, like I said, probably 2 more of these pens. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Check these nibs out. I will put a link in the description. If I still see them online, I'll put a link in the description. Yeah, that's it. So exciting video. I enjoyed. These are some of the coolest nibs I've used. I enjoyed this video very much. I hope you guys do. Until next time, everyone take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.